If you want the kids in your life, or even the adults, to be a lot happier, keep watching. I just witnessed a number of things while here at the water park that got me inspired to make this video. By the way, I'm Michael Ravenwood, and I'm an empowerment coach that throws real lightning bolts. So the little hack that I'm going to offer you is encapsulated in a very simple statement. It's quite counterintuitive, but it really should land if I say it right. Let's see. Who knew that to make them happier, you have to make life a little tougher on them? Basically, I witnessed this family where the kids seem to be getting everything their own way all of the time. And perhaps not surprisingly, the parents were having a really hard time making them happy. No matter how hard they tried, over and over again, the kids were just complaining about the way things were. Eventually, the adults started to get really frustrating, and things got kind of ugly. Now, the reason that I knew something of what was going on in the situation is because I studied psychology. And I understand that there's something that we have in terms of expectations which leads to our happiness or otherwise. If we come to expect everything to go our way all the time, then our baseline of understanding is such that we will be unhappy if it isn't always going our way all the time. So actually, the more difficult we make things on ourselves intentionally, the more we expect them to be difficult and therefore are pleasantly surprised when they're otherwise. Now, of course, if a person is going through a really tough time in their life and they're already very traumatized or having a difficult, experience, that's not the time to get tough on them. That's an example of where you have to listen to the context of a situation and make sure that you're doing something that's appropriate for the person to which you're speaking. But the fact is that in modern Western society, we quite frequently get everything we want right when we want it. And therefore, the baseline of our expectation is pretty high, and it becomes kind of difficult to please us. So we're ironically harder to please and less happy because we have more freedom and luxury. So my encouragement to you is, if you're noticing their kids or even the friends you have in your life are having a hard time being happy on a consistent basis, you begin to think of ways that you can introduce more challenge into their lives. Take an outdoor vacation where you have a long hike or a bike ride before you actually take a boat ride on the lake, for example. Or go kayaking for the first half of the day and then have a boat ride. Trust me, the boat ride will seem all the better after a hard kayak. So, if anything I shared in this video spoke to you, put challenge me in the comments. If you put challenge me in the comments, I'll know my message landed. Or if you'd like support with yourself or someone that you know, finding ways to challenge yourself appropriately, go ahead and use the link in the comments or message.